The best companies of the next decade are going to crush the competition. How? By building an AI data flywheel. Hi, my name is Joshua Ebner. I'm a 20-year expert in AI, machine learning, and data science with experience at companies like Apple and Bank of America. In this video, I'll show you how the best companies are actually going to create competitive advantage in the AI age. And I'll show you how you can build a company that combines AI and data in a way that compounds over time and will make your business harder and harder to beat. So, first, there's a bit of a problem. I think that AI first companies are really going to dominate the next 1 or 2 decades. The issue, though, is that you can't build a moat with just a model. Most models are sort of like a shared infrastructure, especially in the case of open source models. For the most part, anyone can access these foundation AI models. And even if one model pulls ahead, most of the other models catch up within a few months. So competitive advantage no longer comes from the models themselves or things like prompting tricks. So where then will you get an actual competitive advantage? It comes from building what I call an AI data flywheel. Let me explain. Most AI systems either depend on data or could benefit from it. That's even true of large language models. We sometimes forget this. If we go to ChatGPT and just type in a prompt or a question, it automatically gives us an answer. But inside of businesses, you can usually augment an AI system with internal documents to give it additional context, and they'll usually generate much better answers. That's true of large language models and chatbots. That's also true of agents. And then other types of AI like predictive AI and discovery based AI like unsupervised learning. All of these types of AI systems need data. So let's assume that you can get your hands on some data, either by building an MVP or having some early customers or prospective customers on a email list. Let's say you have some good data about some people. You can capture that early data and use that data to build AI systems. That might mean large language models augmented with some of that customer or prospect information. That might mean some simple predictive systems. That'll almost certainly include some generative AI to generate highly targeted customer copy targeted to your ideal customers that you have customer data about. So you collect your data and you start using that to start building some simple AI systems. You then incorporate those early AI systems into your operations, into your marketing, into your product. In turn, that creates better customer experiences. Better customer experiences leads to more customer engagement, and more customer engagement means that you get more data. And that's where the flywheel comes from. You start with whatever data that you have early on in the process, then you build the AI, then you get more customer sat, more engagement. That enables you to build yet better AI systems that further increase customer sat, customer engagement, more data, and so on. And the flywheel begins to spin faster and faster. By the way, if you really want to leverage AI and data to maximum effect in your business, you need to start thinking about your AI readiness. That said, check out the link in the description and find my AI readiness assessment. You can click on the link, go to the assessment. It'll only take you a few minutes and it's free. So if you want to know how ready your business is to use AI to drive value, click on the link and take the assessment right now. So, what does this mean? In the AI era, data strategy is not only going to become a key part of AI strategy, but data strategy is going to become a key part of business strategy. The companies that win are going to understand particular niches and customer segments better than anyone else, and they'll collect data on those customers better than anyone else. And they'll use that proprietary data about particular customer niches or customer segments. They'll use that data to build AI systems that enhance product, enhance operations, and ultimately drive customer satisfaction and customer engagement. Companies that do this right will be able to optimize and improve almost every part of their product and operations, and they will be able to outlearn, outearn, and outpace almost everyone else. With all that in mind, how can you get started? First, you want to collect key customer data. Early on, that's probably going to mean things like surveys and customer interactions, maybe even customer interviews. If you talk to a customer, you can record the interview, certainly with the customer's permission, take the transcript. All of that information is data. You can use that data early on and use sentiment analysis and text analytics to uncover customer needs, desires, frustrations, and so on. I've talked about that sort of sentiment analysis and customer analytics in past videos. After you understand your customers with some of that base level data, you build your product, you need to start capturing customer interaction data. Make sure that you're capturing data about key touch points, their product use, how often they're logging in, the types of features they're using or not using, the amount of time they're spending, their customer service interactions, customer reviews, maybe even social media data where customers are talking about your product. You need to start capturing that data, then gathering it and cleaning it. This requires a skill set in data engineering. So, your company is going to need some skill with that sort of data collection and data engineering somewhere in the organization. Next, your team and your leaders need to understand the different types of AI. I've also talked about this in other videos. There are more types of AI than just generative AI. As I just suggested previously, there are things around customer analytics, sentiment analysis. There is predictive AI that you can use for predicting various behaviors or outcomes, things like churn or upsell propensity. There is generative AI that we can use for things like marketing copy. And then there's automation. I've talked about this before, but it's important that you understand the different types of AI and how and when each one can and cannot be used. Then you're going to start looking for key use cases in your business where you can leverage critical AI techniques to improve your product or improve your operations. So, if the real business moat isn't the model, it's actually the AI data flywheel. The next question is, how do you actually build your entire company around that idea? Because the next generation of business winners won't just use AI, they'll be built around it. I'll show you how in the next video, how to build an AI first company. Check it out here.